Hello, I'm the dude with the dragon shirt, and welcome back. Alright, well, my Keyblade is almost done. I finished putting on a coat of paint for everything. Looks really nice. I put some blue painter's tape on it for the, I don't know, the guard? Whatever it is, the blue part of the Keyblade. And now all I have to do is finish up with the handle. Now, while I did use regular duct tape for this, I prefer to use duct tape on the part of the handle. I like to cover up the rest of the handle using electrical tape, because I find that it really feels the best when you're holding it. So that's what we're going to be doing. Let's see if I can get any better lighting at all. There we go. Alright. So, here's where we started. I always like to try and get the top and bottom squared off first, because those are always the hardest, so just do those individually. And the rest you can start taping up. And while I'm doing that, I guess I'll talk about the rest of the Kingdom Hearts, since I did that pretty shortly. This is not scripted like my other one, so pardon me if I use a lot of ums and ahs and ums and all those things. So, as far as I can say that we left off, I finished talking about Kingdom Hearts, and I don't think I really got into Kingdom Hearts 2 that much. Oh, before I go on that, another thing about the Keyblade. Well, it is better to use spray paint for this part. As it turns out, they actually have different colored duct tape, including chrome. So if you don't want to worry about paint flaking and stuff, you should use chrome duct tape. I found it at Target. I just didn't buy it because I'd already spray painted it. But if it does start to flake and such, I think I will go and get some chrome duct tape and touch it up. That still won't fix this part. You still need to spray this. But just so you know, they do have chrome duct tape that probably work a lot better than spraying the entire thing down. Alright, back to Kingdom Hearts 2. I thought it was really interesting, all the hype. Everyone thought Sora was not going to be in it. They all said it was going to be the blonde-haired kid because of what they saw in the preview. Well, granted, that was an interesting idea, but I thought it was also kind of stupid. And as it turns out, Sora, Donald, and Goofy were indeed in the sequel. In fact, they are the main part of the sequel. It's just in the beginning, you played as Roxas, or as he used to be known as, the blonde-haired kid. Yes, and I can hear my disembodied friend squealing as we speak. Now, as far as Roxas go, he was a pretty bland character, all in all, despite what you might want to say. But we really didn't have all that much time to work with him. Although we did get to learn more about him in the DS game, the 358 over 2 days, which is still the dumbest title I think I've ever heard. I don't know what the over 2 days is. That bothers me a lot. So, but at least we learned more about that in there. Kingdom Hearts 2, the only complaint I have about that is Sora's personality did change, which is a good thing in my opinion. It's good to see that our hero was a dynamic character, which is when they change over time. Riku was a dynamic character in the first one. He was changing, you know, left and right. But Sora really didn't change that much until the second game, when he really became kind of a snarky bastard. You have to admit, especially that part where he's just like, "Where's Maleficent?" said Pete, or Captain Ass Zipper. Go watch Hellfire commentary. And, but yeah, Sora was all like, "Well, we might have had something to do with that. He was just being so snarky." And, cut. But the problem with that is, we never really got to see him develop over time. We didn't get to see him go from that cute innocent phase and straight to snarky, because really in Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, which took place in between the two games, we really didn't see him change, because he was just having his memory screwed around with. Though, one thing I like to think maybe the reason was that his personality changed somewhat as he was growing was Roxas. I believe that because Roxas was out while Sora was in the pod, that what Roxas was developing as a personality might have carried over to Sora when they rejoined. Or at least that's what I like to think. It's an interesting twist, and kind of makes me think that a little bit of Roxas really came out in Sora in attitude. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being overly convoluted. Because say what you want about nature or nurture. If you're in a pod for a year and do nothing, I don't think your personality is going to change just because your balls drop. Well, then again, they might. Hormones do crazy things. Don't get me started on Sora and those hot pants. Organization 13 was very interesting as a group. I like that they all had different elements. That was very cool. And they all had no hearts, despite not being heartless, which actually consume hearts and releases hearts. So explain to me why they're still called heartless when they actually have hearts. I understand when they originate they have none, but still, when they get them, don't you think they should become something? I don't know. So yeah, Kingdom Hearts. I liked how there's more than one way to get to it. And all about Ansem, or Xehanort, or whatever you want. Interesting bad guy. Kind of made you feel like you did all that work in Kingdom Hearts 1 and then Heartless are still around. Kind of made you feel like you really didn't accomplish anything. But, you know, Mickey's like, oh, you can. Oh, yeah, I loved how Mickey appeared and went totally Yoda on the Heartless, doing backflips over people, slicing them in half, and then just going, shh, throws a mud bag and disappears. I mean, Mickey was totally, oh, God, he was awesome. But, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2 was a really good game, as far as a sequel. Not quite as Disney as the other one. Not to say that it wasn't Disney. Don't get me wrong. It was just all the villains. You know, while you did fight some Disney villains, get up on the Hydra's back! Oh, and kind of was, but kind of wasn't, when we found out about Ansem. Ansem being the stolen name from Xehanort in Terra's body. I don't know if any of you, I don't know if that was just a big spoilers, but that's totally Terra's body that Xehanort took control of. I figured that out just by watching and rewatching and watching again the Birth by Sleep trailer video. A lot of ideas about it, but the resemblance is uncanny. The hair, the eyes that suddenly changed when the bald guy released Kingdom Hearts next with the help of evil Spider-Man clone. But all of that was very interesting. I figured it out with the help of one of my friends from work. Yeah, electrical tape is really what you want for the handle. It feels way better than the duct tape because it has a rubbery feel, so it has a better grip for your hand. And that's about it for this. Oh, before I forget, I'm really looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 3. Unfortunately, I don't own a PlayStation 3, so I probably won't get to play it unless I frequently visit my cousin who does. I'd hate to keep visiting him just to play one game, especially a long RPG like Kingdom Hearts. But I might just do that because it is that awesome of a series. Alright. I think this is it. This is the Kingdom Key in all its glory. So there. I have finished my Kingdom Key. I rebuilt it pretty much from scratch just for you and made it way better than it was before. It's all retouched up, looks beautiful, and I'm really pleased with the results. Well, anyways, I guess I could talk about Kingdom Hearts some more, but really, there's about 10,000 other reviews already, so you can go watch them. They're much better than mine. I'm TDW, TDS, signing off.